I'm a hard-working creative director, but the pressures of business make it difficult to stay focused, creative, and fresh. An escape from the daily grind can open the door to inspiration and relaxation. I'm off the beaten path, pushing the boundaries of travel to inspire you to make your own travel plans. I'm the Extreme Tourist. Let's vacation. Hosting Extreme Tourist has been a dream come true. I've done some really fun things that make me smile when I think about it. This week, let's dive into my favorite experiences in the air and on the sea. One of my most memorable experiences in the sky was when I almost barfed in a 1941 Texan. I'm ready for my flight, so hang on tight, buckle in. We're gonna take a ride of our life. I headed to Montgomery Field Airport, home of barnstorming adventures, for a thrill ride in a 1941 SNJ-4 Texan. Big, loud, and powerful, it's in the Texan that World War II aviators honed their skills. This baby puts the mach in macho.
What about 600 horsepower?
Yeah.
600, that's a start, and it's authentic, so this is the real deal.
After shadowing my pilot around the plane for a pre-flight check, I got a quick safety brief and climbed on board. I'm in to win. I got my safety briefing and I'm ready to take off. In minutes, we were airborne, looking down on San Diego and the ocean below. My seat came with duplicate controls, and the pilot coached me through some flying aerobatics, like loops and barrel rolls. Okay, maybe the weird facial expressions I used to stay conscious may have affected my cool rate, but at least I didn't lose my lunch. After the end of World War II, more pilots trained on the Texan than any other single-series aircraft. Besides being an advanced trainer, the aircraft could also mount machine guns and light bombs. 68 years after first put in service, the Texan is still going strong. That was fun, man! Holy cow! Dude, you rock! Woo! I feel like I just got off the roller coaster of a lifetime. Hey. Try that next time you're in San Diego. Barnstormers, baby. In San Diego, I took my very first surf lesson. Admit it, when you're on the beach and you see those guys surfing, you wish you were there with them. Everyone starts somewhere, and this is my start. For those who ride the waves, surfing is not just a sport. It's a remedy for life, a way to leave stress and worries behind. Get in the zone and hang fun. I think it'd be so cool to learn to surf, pick up some California cool. So I'm here at the beach, and I'm gonna take some lessons from San Diego Surf School. The air temperature was near 80 degrees. The water temp was just above 70. And the scenery was, well, amazing. I couldn't wait to hit the water. Here we go, San Diego Surf School. Let's get started. So I'll listen. I'll do everything you tell me to do. So I'm hoping that we get up.
I think you're gonna
I can start turning actually instead of just standing.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can turn,
right.
steer myself.
We'll angle you before you get into the waves.
Yeah.
We'll teach you how to do that.
My tutor gave me a dry run to teach me correct body position on the board and pop-ups.
All right, now here comes a wave. Pop up. There you go, just like that.
I also got a short lesson on surf safety, water currents, board handling, and stingrays. Wait a minute, stingrays? I hadn't thought about that.
The vibrations from shuffling your feet will scare the stingray.
My tutor told me to position myself by angling the board toward the beach, but not directly at it for an easier start. And then select a wave that's just beginning to froth on the top. Then you paddle like mad until the wave begins to take you. Hold the board on the sides while arching your back, then hop up on the board as it drops onto the face of the wave. Piece of cake, right? Well, not exactly. I had my share of wipeouts, but before too long, I was surfing. Okay, so it may take a bit more practice before I'm really carving my board through the waves. Don't go away. I've got more exciting memories of this sky and surf after the break on Extreme Tourist. I think a fear of heights is fairly common. Fear freezes us and empties our minds. Fear can keep us from living a fuller life, like meeting someone new, asking for a raise, or starting a business. After overcoming my own fear of heights, some of the limits I placed on myself melted away. Paragliding is a of air entering vents in the front of the wing.
We're going to get to launch, we're going to team you up with your instructors, and when the time comes, you and your instructor are going to run down the hill.
I hooked up with great guys at ProFlight Paragliding, the oldest and only full-time paragliding operation in Hawaii. After an exhilarating hang gliding experience in Brazil, I want to do some paragliding here in Maui.
We're just going to put you into your harness here. It goes on like a backpack.
Okay.
There you go, arm through there. Once I get you hooked in, you can't fall out. You're locked in.
Paragliding in Maui, brother.
Woohoo!
Right here.
1, 2, 3. Jog forward. Good. This is the resistance as the wing comes up. Now we run fast as you can. Run as fast as you can. Keep running, keep running. That's good, we're clear. Put your arms together and lean.
Poli Poli Flight Park, managed by ProFlight, is the main paragliding site on Maui, flyable 330 days a year. Located on the lee side of Mount Haleakala, the park is protected from unpredictable trade winds. This unique geography allows an area of calm air to set up each morning. As the sun rises from behind Mount Haleakala, it heats up the ground in the calm air bubble. Rising air currents allow launching to begin about 2 hours after sunrise. Once you're airborne and get over the temporary wave of panic in your gut, there's no other feeling in the world like it. My pilot Dexter and I effortlessly glided down the mountain and into the valley below. Believe me, you definitely need to add this to your bucket list. Our landing was gentle and smooth. Thank you so much, Dexter. It was awesome.
It was my pleasure flying with you today, and thanks for bringing your friends.
You betcha. Another favorite of mine was paddleboarding on gorgeous Lake Tahoe. It was the first time I ever tried it, and I was overwhelmed with the perfect combination of peaceful beauty and exercise. And if you know me at all, that combination gets my motor running. I've never been paddleboarding, so I wondered how I'd do. Think of a flat surfboard that's extra wide and extra thin.
Get most of the paddle into the water. Maybe have your hand on top just like this. Use your right arm as the fulcrum point, and you just push forward. Bending your knees, you're going to be using a lot of your core, your abs. That's the majority of the workout here.
It didn't take long to get the hang of it, and soon I was lost in the experience. Turn any activity into a workout. Don't get locked up in a gym exercising. Go out in the wilderness and enjoy it. My breath is completely taken away because I find myself, I'm floating on this gorgeous mirror. Seeing all these trees and mountains around me. It's surreal. It's absolutely surreal. Island in Emerald Bay proved to be a great spot to play around.
That's where I'm going, right down there. This is the point of view. 3, 2, 1. That's a backflip, sucker!
It must be a guy thing. Jump off something really high into water, and then the testosterone kicks in.
Going head first.
It must be manly, because my crew wanted to join in on the fun. Welcome back to Extreme Tourist. This week, I'm revisiting my favorite experiences in the sky and in the surf. So far, we've been flying in a World War II training aircraft, surfing in San Diego, paragliding in Hawaii, and paddleboarding on gorgeous Lake Tahoe. Up next, I get a personal surf lesson from former pro Tommy Castleton.
All right, okay, so we got Ernie a nice little longboard coming out here. Oh, nice big longboard. So we put the training wheels on there for him.
I met with Tommy Castleton, owner of Maui Wave Riders. Tommy's a former pro and has 31 years of surfing experience. One of his instructors got me started on the beach and stayed with me that morning to help me out. Tommy took me to Ironwood Beach in West Maui, and after a brief lesson, I hit the water. Hawaii is famous for perfecting, if not inventing, the sport of surfing. Surfing is as layered into the society, culture, and myth of the islands here as baseball is to the mainland. The Chief was the most skilled wave rider in the community, with the best board made from the best tree. Chiefs would demonstrate and confirm their authority by the skills they displayed in the surf.
That is serious surfing.
Tommy himself even spent some one-on-one time with me to help me improve my technique. Well, I'm certainly no match for a Hawaiian Chief, but Tommy's patience and expertise helped me catch the longest wave of the day.
All the way to the beach! Yeah! After fighting these really uneven shallows, there's rocks that come right at the surface, and there's huge gullies basically. So I'm tripping myself all over out there. And I was telling him, look, I gotta get one good wave in. One good wave in, then we're done. Rode it all the way to the beach.
Surfing is really tough to master, but even while you're practicing, you're enjoying the beach and hanging out with other cool surfers that want to help you out. Up next, I remove any remaining fears of flying in Rio de Janeiro. After spending the morning getting pummeled by a Gracie master, I was in the mood for something more high altitude, hang gliding.
I had to learn how to motivate, because when you adapt yourself to new situations, you produce 1,400 physical chemical reactions in less than 3 seconds. So I had to learn how can I motivate somebody to use this strong power to run. Practice how to spring together. Okay. First, I'm going to show you on my own that you can see by modeling. Okay. To save your battery. Okay. Okay. Champion attitude. Like 1, 2, 3. Because people used to say, I'm going to run, and some, they don't run. And what happened? When you don't run, I have to carry you and the hang glider. It's when you have the conviction. The no becomes a yes, and the time doesn't exist.
Yeah. No becomes a yes, and time doesn't exist.
Sometimes people get afraid. That the kind of fear that stops you from action. And he asked me to imagine someone very, very close to me. And my twin brother, Emo, he's just a little bit older than me. He says, I want you to picture hugging him, picture the strong feeling I have for him.
We're going to offer you a takeoff as a symbol of love to your brother. You're going to inhale confidence, exhale fear. Okay. Is it hurting you?
No, it's good.
Champion attitude. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful landing. This is not a helmet. This is the crown.
Yes.
Okay.
Positive.
Come on. Yeah, this is the crown.
This one's for you, Emil. This one's for you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
As I was strapped into the glider and we approached the launch ramp, my heart was pounding in my chest. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. But when Rui and I started running, there was no turning back.
Sprint, more, come, more.
I expected a sudden drop once we left the ramp, but it was just a slight dip. And then we were flying. Look, Mom, no hands! We effortlessly looped over the forest and glided over the hotels and beach below. There's no other feeling in the world like it. I thought we were coming in way too fast, but Rui pushed up on the glider, and our landing was gentle and soft. Absolutely exhilarating.
Heaven. I felt like a bird flying, and the way that Rui took care of me, I was completely confident, completely under control the whole time, and gosh, that was more than just a hang gliding experience. It was a life-changing experience. Don't miss it when you visit Rio de Janeiro.
We live in an amazing world filled with beauty and excitement. I hope you liked revisiting my favorite experiences in the surf and sky, and hope I've inspired you to make your own travel plans. After all, that's what Extreme Tourist is all about. For Extreme Tourist, I'm Ernie Harker, and I'm saying you need a vacation.
Bionic man.
Robot droid. That was one of the most amazing experiences. I can't even talk. That was heaven. I felt like a bird flying. You just run down this ramp, and all of a sudden there's nothing underneath you except for like hundreds of feet below you. Beautiful mangrove forest. Trees, and you're splashing. And it's quiet. You think that there was lots of wind, but it's quiet. You're just quiet. We start talking. With the robot, broken robot. Man, everything was just beautiful.